Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Happy Friday. Last Friday of March. Wow. How are y'all doing? Looking forward to the weekend. Thanks for joining me today. Greatly appreciated. So today we're going to finish up the final card using the Flowers Affair stamp set. And we're going to do some heat embossing. I'm going to do something just a little bit different. We're going to do some heat embossing and some coloring. So, yeah, it's Friday, so let's get started. I'm just going to just flip you around. So we're also going to be using the Lovely Arrangement stamp set. I'm going to use the Hello Friend, and then we're going to use the die to cut that out with. So we're just a reminder of the cards that we've done this over this last week. We're going to be back on schedule tomorrow or on Monday. And so this is the one we did Monday, Tuesday. I can't remember. This one we did yesterday. So this is Thursday. So no, this was Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and then this was yesterday. And then we're going to do the one today. Okay? So one stamp set, but a total variety of cards, like all different colors. Yeah, it's hard to believe one stamp set and completely different cards out of that. So I'm just going to put those to the side for now. And what I'm going to do is bring in the stamp set. And I must confess, I end up ordering extra magnets for this, just because I think I'm going to need them. So I'm just going to put this is a piece of our vellum, our new vellum. And you all know I had a few issues with stamping. So I'm going to try, what I did is I end up putting our silicone mat underneath. I'll just show you. I'm going to see if this will help me stamp just a wee bit better. Stamping the images. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I just thought I'd give it a try. And if it doesn't, well, lesson learned, right? We can move on to the next one. Oh, come on. Okay. There we have that. I'm going to just put this. Make sure that it's, yeah, it is. Okay. And I'm going to put my vellum on. Put it on. And because I'm stamping with Versamark, I'm going to bring in my embossing buddy. This is an anti-static device that will stop any excess, static. And I'm going to watch that I don't add my fingers, because the oil from my fingers will also add. I'm hoping that will work. I'm just going to test it. I'm just going to put this up here. Okay, so let's flip this over. I'm going to ink this up with my Versamark. Good inking. Grab my fancy dancy tool here. And we will add that. And then I'm just going to press down. Got it nice and covered. Oops. Just lift this up. Oh, we got it this way, so I'm just going to turn this upside down and just give it a final. There we go. Let's hope it works. Woohoo! Okay, so now I'm just gonna grab my tray here. And the reason I'm grabbing my tray is because there's a lot more. It's a bigger space. Okay, and I'm gonna just move this out of the way, and I'm not because I got no room over there. Over here, bring in my white embossing folder. Just sprinkle this all over. Hoping this works. Good. Now I'm going to just grab my tweezers. I'm just going to just lift this up. Oops, maybe I was. There. I gotta learn to let go of the... Okay, so that's all covered. So I'm just going to just put that there, and then while I have this out, I'm just going to ink up my sentiment. And add it. Now I'm using Lost Lagoon for this card. Put that back on there. Now I'm going to take these guys. Just put that all back into my container. Oops, I forgot to do something. That's okay, I can just do it. So apparently today's a big day here in Winnipeg. We have a business Costco opening up today. And I bet you it's going to be friggin' crazy. And tomorrow I'm busy all day. I have classes all day, so I won't be attending. So I'm just going to heat up my heat tool till it gets nice and hot, and then I'll bring in my pieces that I'm going to heat emboss. Now, a lot of people do this different ways. I like mine hold in one place, and then as soon as it starts turning, move it all around. So that's done. Now we have a fun one. We're going to do this one. Do the same thing. I'm just going to hold it in place. Now I'm with the vellum, so I'm going to be extra careful because I don't want to burn it. And make sure you get all even ones around the corners here. There we go. All done. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this. I'm going to just step behind me. I have my cut and emboss machine all set up here. So I'm just going to just cut this out. And then we can go ahead and start coloring. I haven't left you guys. I'm still here. I'm just in the background here, just finishing up. My sentiment. There we go. I'm going to put this back into here so I don't forget to. Too. Okay, so now we've got that. Now I'm going to bring in my Lost Lagoon, my Daffodil Delight, I think this is Bubble Bath, no, it's Pretty in Pink, yeah. And then I have my Granny Apple Green. So I'm going to just flip this over. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to color on the background, okay? On the back side of it. And this is the dark. So let's see if this will, I don't think it will matter. Let me just flip it over so you can see that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And I'm just going to just color using my blends. And try and stay within the white lines. And I'm just coloring. I'm not going to shade or anything like that. I'm just going to color because I want the color to come through on the other side. We are going to cut this back a bit. So... down here, oh, got a whole bunch down here. Just a quick color. Well, no, it's not going to be quick. I'm just make sure I get all the leaves. Okay, we got all the leaves. Oh no. Okay, so all the leaves are done, so I'm going to put those away. I'm going to grab my Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to color the centers of these flowers here. They look like daisies, and I think I'm going to paint those, or color those pink. Okay, so, oh, there's one right there too. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my, and you want to use this one thing too, as she mentioned, use the darker of your ink, your pens. I'm just going to just do this side. And like I said, we're not shading or anything like that. We're just coloring in just to give it a wee bit of color. And, oh man, can you ever smell the alcohol? Whew. I'm thinking it's because the paper's not that porous. And, or maybe because I haven't used them in a while, these colors in a while, and ink's inside. Not the ink, the alcohol. Sorry. And one more down here. Okay, so there's that. So now I'm going to bring in my Lost Lagoon. I'm going to bring in the dark because we are going to do the flowers. Like I said, you're just quickly coloring over top. I just forgot to do the bases of the flowers here. You don't have to worry about staying in the lines because the lines are on the other side. You're not going to see. And this one here. So my pre-order is on its way. It should be here sometime today. They usually, because where we live, we're usually the last ones. So that won't show up till around 5 o'clock. So when it shows up, I will open it and then we will do a reveal. I just bought a few things, just the new in colors and a couple bundles. That's it. Have to go through the catalog and have another look-see. And so this morning I had to message a friend to let her know that her order's here. And my messenger was messed up. I couldn't get into it, which is really weird. So I shut my phone off and started up again. Nothing really happened, so I did end up getting a hold of her, but just a different way. Okay, so these guys, I'm gonna bring in, before I forget, I'm gonna bring in my Granny Apple Green, and I'm just gonna do the base of these flowers. There we go. And I'm going to bring in my lighter of my Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to just do these smaller flowers. So they're just a little bit lighter. And that's about it. Okay. So this is my card base. So we can take it and see, look how pretty that looks. And it shows on there, but if we do this, I have embossing powder everywhere. If we do this, look how it shows up. Does not look gorgeous? Okay, so now I'm going to cut this down to this piece right here. And this is for, I'm just going to grab another piece of cardstock. I'll bring in my trimmer. Because I think I want to take up the whole thing. So I'm going to cut this down to, I'm going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. Oops. Yeah, doesn't that look gorgeous? So now I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to cut it down to 5 1/4. Kind of like the white at the top. I'll just take a wee bit off the top. And then we will cut it down to 5 1/4. And 4. Okay. So now this has to get adhered onto here, and because it is vellum, there is a tendency of seeing the vellum through the, or seeing the adhesive through the vellum. So what I did is I got this at a discounted store, and it was long, it was a basting, so I just cut it back, and I'm gonna try something, and I hope it works. Where's my liquid glue? I'm gonna put a bunch of liquid glue onto my scrap piece of paper here. I'm hoping this works. I'm gonna grab a bigger bottle of my glue. Otherwise I'll be there for days trying to pump that out. Oh yeah, there we go. There we are. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pounce. I'm going to pounce onto the flowers. This works. It seems to be. If not, I'm going to have to try and find adhesive that actually works on vellum. And this will be applied just like that. And then we are going to apply it to here. But before we do that, let's grab some ribbon. I'm just going to take some ribbon. I'm just going to wrap it around the bottom of, I'm going to put this out of the way because I'll end up putting something into it. Just going to oh, where's my scissors? Snip piece off. And we'll just wrap this around. Like so. And just see, I don't think that's not going to work. I don't know who I'm kidding. I'll just grab my tape. And then we're going to grab some dimensionals. Oops, sorry. Not in the regular spot. There we go, here we are. And let's add some dimensionals to the back side. And I'm putting dimensionals onto the ribbon so it helps keep the ribbon in place also, along with the running tape that I had down. Okay, now this piece here is going to be adhered. Oops, not even straight, Sharon. There we go. Still not straight. I see what happened. There we go. Straighten it out a bit. There we go. I'll just put these guys back. into place. And this will go on the card base just like that. And when you put our hello friend, and this will go right here, and we're going to add dimensionals onto that also. Put that right about there. But it looks a little bare there, right? So I'm going to bring in my bone folder, my bow maker, and I'm going to use the same white, and we're going to make a bow. And we are going to add it right there. Just going to cut the tails down just a wee bit more. And grab a glue dot. And that right about there. That there, like that. And there is card number 6, I'm thinking. I'm gonna have to wash that. So let's bring in the previous cards. Yeah, so card number 6. So all these were colored with blends, but you know, you can use whatever you want to color. You can use pencil crayons. You can use whatever, like I said, whatever you wish. But you can see where the, I kind of like that, where the, I put some of the glue. But anyhow, so there we have the 6 cards. So out of all these, which one is your favorite? 1, 2, 3, 4, let's see here, 5, or 6? It's kind of hard for me to decide. I love the effect of this one with the light and the dark. And the same with that one. And I love the design of this one, and I love the colors of these ones. And I love how this one here, like, there's only really 3 colors in this. Well, I think they're all just 3 colors. But with the brown and just popping up the flowers. So there we have it. Now that was using the Flowers Fair. So it's this stamp set right here. Just a basic stamp set. So one stamp set and like at least 6 different cards. So you can just imagine the cards that you can make using just one stamp set. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If not, we shall see you Monday morning, bright and early. Thank you all for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. And I really hope that you have a wonderful weekend and stay safe out there. And we shall see you all on Monday. See ya. Bye.